Petrol bombs light up the night, water cannons roll in, riot police fire rubber bullets as crowds clash in the streets of Northern Ireland. What began with a shocking stabbing has exploded into something much bigger. Now, as homes burn and tensions spiral, Belfast is confronting a question that is dividing communities and shaking politics across the United Kingdom. Northern Ireland has witnessed a second consecutive night of violent anti-migration unrest, with police deploying water cannons and less lethal rounds against rioters after a knife attack in Belfast triggered widespread disorder across the region. The violence follows the stabbing of 44-year-old Stephen Ogilvie in North Belfast. Authorities say Ogilvie suffered catastrophic injuries, including the loss of an eye and severe wounds to his face and back. A 30-year-old Sudanese national, Hadi Aludid, appeared before Belfast Magistrates' Court on June 10th, charged with attempted murder, possession of a bladed article in a public place, and making threats to kill. He was remanded in custody. What began as public outrage over the attack has rapidly evolved into large-scale street violence. On June 10th, hundreds of masked protesters gathered near the Chimney Corner Hotel in County Antrim, a site reportedly housing asylum seekers. Police blocked attempts to reach the hotel, leading to hours of clashes. Rioters hurled bricks, paving stones, fire extinguishers, and petrol bombs at officers. Fires were set using stolen wheelie bins, while vehicles, a derelict bungalow, and a lorry were torched. Thick smoke rose over Newtown Abbey as emergency services battled multiple blazes. Police responded with water cannons and later fired rubber bullets to disperse crowds. Aerial footage showed protesters taking cover behind bins while throwing projectiles at police lines. Northern Ireland Secretary Hilary Benn condemned the unrest, rejecting claims that the demonstrations were protecting local communities.
Nothing can justify the violence that we saw on the streets of Northern Ireland last night, with masked thugs trying to burn and intimidate people out of their homes. Those organising these protests claim they're doing so to protect communities. In fact, they're doing the very opposite. They are damaging communities and hurting people who are innocent and who have been terrified. And you cannot put on those who have come to the United Kingdom in general to seek asylum what an individual has chosen to do, because the ultimate responsibility rests with that person, and that's what we're all appalled by. The fact that people in Northern Ireland are being targeted because of the colour of their skin should sicken every right-thinking citizen of the United Kingdom.
Police leaders also denounced the disorder, arguing it had overshadowed concern for the original victim.
Last night was an act of self-harm by the people involved against the incredible communities in Northern Ireland. What we saw last night was an insult. It was an insult to the victim of the terrible attack that many of you will have watched online and that led to these disturbances. It was an insult to the members of the public who stepped forward courageously to stop that attack.
The disorder also produced unusual scenes as emergency crews responded to multiple incidents. Television footage captured two firefighters appearing to argue and briefly scuffle beside a burning lorry before colleagues intervened. In London, Prime Minister Keir Starmer addressed Parliament, urging calm while backing police efforts to restore order.
Mr. Speaker, people are rightly sickened by the horrific attack on Monday night in North Belfast. As you have just said, the man arrested has been in court in Belfast this morning and charged. I want to thank the Police Service of Northern Ireland and other first responders and members of the public who responded with such bravery. And our thoughts are with the victim. But let me be clear, Mr. Speaker. The acts of violence and arson that followed are totally unjustified.
British and Northern Irish authorities now face the challenge of containing escalating unrest while preventing further attacks on minority communities and asylum accommodation sites across the province. A knife attack that shocked Northern Ireland has sparked intense debate over migration, public safety, and asylum policy after eyewitnesses described what they believed was an attempted beheading in a residential area of Belfast. The attack unfolded on June 8th near Antrim Road in North Belfast, where a 44-year-old local man, identified by British media as Stephen Ogilvie, suffered devastating injuries. According to police, the victim sustained serious wounds to his eyes, neck, and back and remains under medical treatment. Eyewitnesses described scenes of extreme violence. Karen Mulholland said the suspect appeared unnervingly composed as he repeatedly stabbed the victim.
My partner stopped, opened the door, and the guy turned and pointed the knife at him and looked him right in the eye as if, you dare come near me." My partner saw evil in that guy's eyes. He was licking his lips with blood. He was enjoying it. I thought the attacker was going to kill him. He was smiling when he was committing the attack and was also trying to bite people who were trying to help the man.
Mulholland, who called emergency services during the attack, said police had to put a mask on the attacker because he was just going mad.
My partner was considering knocking him down with the car, but he didn't want to injure the other people who were helping the poor man. The police had to put a mask on the attacker because he was just going mad.
Witnesses said the assault only ended after members of the public intervened. Among them was local resident Maitiu Mag Tikhernan, known as Matt, who reportedly grabbed a hurley and charged at the attacker, helping others restrain him until police arrived. Detectives later recovered a kitchen knife from the scene. The suspect, a 30-year-old Sudanese national, has since been charged with attempted murder, possession of a blade in a public place, and making threats to kill. He is due to appear before Belfast Magistrates' Court. The case has also drawn scrutiny over the suspect's immigration history. Amid mounting tension, Chief Constable John Butcher revealed the man had travelled from Sudan to Paris and then to Dublin on unknown dates.
Home Office will be confirming the exact details of the status over the coming days, so you'll hear more from over the coming hours. You'll hear more from them this afternoon, I hope.
Police stressed that the suspect was not known to national security databases before the attack. The stabbing has since triggered widespread unrest across Belfast. Vehicles, homes and public transport were set ablaze, including a glider bus in East Belfast, as masked protesters clashed with police. Authorities have urged calm while the criminal investigation continues, warning against attempts to exploit the incident as tensions remain high across Northern Ireland.